Normal is a Construct by Megan Bent. Quarantine Day 7. A brown, round hydrangea leaf on a black background. Printed in the light umber chlorophyll is a self-portrait where half my face is lit by the sun, and my head and eyes are tilted upward. Hi, Megan Bent here. At the very beginning of the pandemic, I felt like a canary in the coal mine, understanding that health is not a given and that you can do everything right and still become ill. I started taking precautions early on. I had acquaintances tell me not to worry, only the sick and elderly will die. But I am chronically ill and immunocompromised. In this dissonance, I realized that while we are all affected by COVID-19 in some way, we're not all living the same pandemic experience. Quarantine Day 121. A teardrop-shaped hosta leaf on a black background. Printed in the chlorophyll is a self-portrait while wearing a face mask. My face takes up the whole leaf and only one eye is visible through overgrown, sweeping hair. The face mask is decorated with a vine and leaf pattern. My most recent series, I Don't Want to Paint a Silver Lining Around It, is my personal reflection of being high risk in the pandemic. Through staring back and creating authentic representation, I am empowering myself. Pandemic Eugenics 2. A bright orange maple leaf on a black background with the phrase, "Sacrifice the weak," embossed into it. A quote from the April 2020 Reopen the Country protests in the US. I am also critiquing the outside world's demand that disabled people be acceptable losses for personal convenience or for corporate profit. I create meaning not just through imagery, but also through the process. With the chlorophyll process, I print images directly onto leaves through photosynthesis. By connecting disability and nature, I claim disability as a valuable part of human diversity. In Crypt Time. A vertical hosta leaf on a black background. Printed in the chlorophyll is a hand holding a necklace with a spoon pendant up to the sun. In the middle is a black text box with white text in Crypt Time. Chlorophyll prints are created through a cooperative relationship with organic materials and the environment. It is a process that celebrates care, interdependence, slowness, and flexibility, values I find in the disability community. The fact that chlorophyll prints are impermanent and will continue to decay over time underscores the interdependence and bodily impermanence we all share. Quarantine Day 280. A green oval-shaped hosta leaf on a black background. The leaf is going diagonally across the frame with the leaf stem in the top left. Printed into the chlorophyll is a self-portrait where my eyes and face mask are visible. The rest of my face and hair gradually disappear into the leaf. It is really strange for me in this moment to watch a majority eager to return to normal, and I'm really disappointed, but not surprised, at the CDC's ableist decision to get rid of masks again. The construction of the word concept normal occurred in the 1800s after Adolphe Quetelet used the astronomer's law of errors to map stars. All sightings of a star were plotted and then averaged to determine its place on the map. Quetelet applied it to human characteristics, creating the first bell curves and what he called the average man, which became known as normal, and creating its binary abnormal. He called this movement social physics, and it was the precursor and inspiration for eugenics. So when society disregards universal protections, especially for vulnerable communities, so that they can get back to normal, what are they really advocating for? I don't want to go back to normal. Normal is a construct that never worked. I want to be where there is space and care for all body minds.